Halo teman-teman, ini Shira. Sekarang tanggal 30 Juli 2025, hari Rabu. Aku pengen bikin video ini karena aku merasa dari kemarin alam semesta baik sekali sama aku. Aku currently, me and my family are going through this fucking problem gara-gara this one bitch, which is my aunt. Tapi kayak udah intinya, I don't know. I don't think my family is the type to like worry about money or anything materialistic gitu. Karena dari kecil aku sama orang tua aku selalu diajarin kayak that's not everything. You can't be dependent on those kind of things. Which is true. I agree. And I grew up not really I'm not the type, like, I think about it, but like I'm not the type to be like, oh, I need to have this bag. Actually Juicy Couture butuh. Tapi kayak I'm not the type yang kayak I fucking need it. I can't function if I don't have it gitu. I think I say, and it's not like my top priority. It's like, okay, if I can get it, that's fine. That's good. If I can't, then that's fine. Right? And so kayak yaudah, it affects everything in my life. This problem that my family has. Not necessarily everything, cuman ya lumayan banyak lah. But then kayak I don't know, I actually don't really know what strikes me. Something in my gut feeling. And I know I keep saying this, and I sound like a fucking crazy person. That's because I am fucking crazy. But like, you know, all my life I never know kayak what I actually want, what I actually like. Actually, I know, but like I don't know if I keep on doubting myself. And I know why. The doubting myself part. Kayak banyak faktornya gitu. Cuman kayak I know what I want in a sense of kayak I know what I want my life to look like when I grew up. Like iming-imingnya tuh kayak gue kalau udah besar tuh kayak gue tuh bisa lihat gue jadi apa, gue tahu dan gue mau jadi itu gitu. And I feel like I deserve it. But like some part of me also thinks that I don't deserve it because I don't know, kayak I have a lot of like fear, anxiety. I have a lot of like fear and doubts about myself because in my head it's just like ada kayak in the back of my mind it's like that's fucking impossible. You can't fucking do that. What the fuck can you do, you know? But then kayak it's literally in my fucking guts, and I have guts problem. You get what I mean? That means kayak if I have this feeling in my fucking gut, then it's gonna happen because I have a gut problem. Anyways, long story short, I know what I want. Like I'm really. My mom just stopped singing, and I don't want her to hear me. Okay. Dari kecil mungkin ini ada banyak influence dari orang tua aku, kayak I'm seeing them work and everything, and I feel like kayak me as an Aquarius, saya kadang ngeliat mereka tuh kayak I can do better than that, you know. But then kayak I feel like that kayak awal-awal I started this whole music career thing, it's I don't know, it was me being a teenager or like I'm just that type of person, but I never really like I actually want to do this, you know. So I guess the universe didn't work for me at that time. But now kayak I have a band. It's called Hot Mess Morning Club, and I've been working on it really hard since day one. Enggak sih. Tadinya mereka kayak gue tuh kayak anggota terakhir masuk gitu. Cuman ya long story short, ya udah gue punya band namanya Hot Mess Morning Club. Isinya Farhan, Sasa, Cia, dan aku tidak tahu apa yang membuat kali ini beda, tapi kayak ada perasaannya aja gitu loh, kayak it's gonna fucking work. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I'm kidding. I'm not. Maybe I will, I don't know. But kayak I have the feeling is so fucking strong that gue sampai kayak if this doesn't work, I don't even know what I'm gonna fucking do. Therefore, I do everything. It makes me crazy, yes. But it makes me crazy in a very good way. In a sense yang kayak, wait, why is everything working out for me? And it's so insane to say that out loud because I've been saying that on my journals, not like I never said it out loud. It's just kayak aku nulis kayak aku bersyukur banget hari ini aku bisa latihan, aku bersyukur banget aku hari ini bisa rekaman gini. Terus kayak every time, okay, first of all, I'm a person who likes to write, tapi kayak belakangan ini aku sangat jarang nulis gitu. Konteksnya apapun itu ya, kayak nulis lirik, nulis journaling, nulis tugas, nulis apapun itu, kayak gue lagi jarang aja karena gue merasa kayak I don't want to be a fucking writer, but like deep inside my heart, kayak I fucking love writing, right? Actually, I stopped journaling because pas gue kayak SD gitu, jurnal gue jatuh dari loker gue, terus my whole class read it, so that's kind of not funny, and it caught me into my head. I started thinking like, what if someone actually opens my fucking journal in my fucking house? That's not funny, you know. And then gue kayak, you know what? Fuck it. Why do I have to live like this forever? Like, what is that for? What good does it do me? Nothing. So I tried again, and okay, first of all, journalnya awalnya itu it's like very, wait, where is the journal? Mong, where is my journal? Where is my journal? Tadi aku taruh. Meow. Wow. Bentar ya guys. What? What? I'm looking for my journal. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Jadi kayak at first I journaled with an intention, kayak gue tuh kayak udah niatnya tuh kayak okay, gue pengen beli satu buku ini akan gue jadikan jurnal. But guess what, that doesn't work because my brain fucking hates myself. So it's like kayak gue beli jurnal itu, terus habis itu kayak I ended up writing just when I was mad or sad, which is bad karena nothing works out for me. Jadi kayak that's basically just me holding myself back. It's like if when I'm angry, I write there. But then like the anger doesn't go away, you know? It's there. It's still there. It's just written. Kayak kadang gue kalau marah kan di kepala gue kayak anjir goblok lu semua kontol, lu semua gak ngerti gitu kan. Nah, itu ditulis di jurnalku. Tapi kan kayak ya udah cuma tulis doang, it's still in my fucking head juga gitu. But I guess it kind of helps. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. Anyway, so this one random day I needed to kayak nyatet. Oh no, gue menemukan satu bahasa namanya Willow Script, and I don't know why I started to fucking kayak hyperfix myself on that shit. Fucking learned all the fucking alphabet. Nih, lu lihat sendiri. And I don't even know where it came from. This fucking Willow Script thing. Ini alfabetnya kayak gini. Terus dia tuh nulisnya tuh kayak dari atas ke bawah. Kalau kita kan dari kanan ke kiri. Kiri ke kanan. Ini dari atas ke bawah. So what does it look like in writing? It looks like this. Right? So ya udah, at first I thought to myself kayak okay, this book is gonna be my Willow Script only. Orang-orang yang baca buku ini yang bakal ngerti Willow Script doang, yang bakal ngerti yang tahu Willow Script doang. Right? So then it got pretty consistent. Gue belajar Willow Scriptnya lumayan ya lumayan advance lah. Terus kayak I try to find a way where I can like memorize these letters lebih bagus lagi. Jadi akhirnya kayak I tried writing bahasa biasa kayak halo namaku Shira gitu. And I tried writing the Willow script beside it kayak gini gitu kan. And then gue kayak this is not gonna stick to me. You know why? Because I'm the type of person, if I write something down and it doesn't resonate with me, I won't fucking remember it, you know. So gara-gara itu gue jadi mikir kayak oke, gue pengen nulis caranya gue bisa memorize this lebih baik. Gue pengen nulis Willow script itu affirmations kayak the universe wants me to succeed. What I seek is seeking me. Gitu, kayak gini nih, kayak see. Jadi kayak ini tuh gue ulang-ulang terus sampai gue gila. Terus gue nulis Willow scriptnya sampai gue gila juga. But then that's what affirmation is for, right? So like it's killing two birds with one stone, I guess. But then oh ya ini jangkanya lumayan lama ya by the way. Gue affirmation pakai Willow script kontol nggak jelas ini. Bercanda share. This actually blows my mind. You know what? I learned the fucking letters itu in one day. I'm so good at languages. I don't know why I stopped learning new languages. Okay, anyways. Oh, I know why. Because I get bored very easily. Anyways. Yaudah, terus kayak yaudah nih gue tulis Willow script pakai affirmations gue kayak I know what my purpose is and I put my energy actualizing it gitu. Kayak gue tulis itu berulang-ulang, terus gue tulis Willow scriptnya berulang-ulang gitu lah. You get the point, you get the gist, right? And then I was like, you know what, I'm fucking bored, so I don't know what struck me in my fucking head. Gue tiba-tiba kayak I'm just gonna fucking manifest something because I feel like it. It's not that I have to, it's not that I need to, I feel like it, right? So you know what I wrote? I wrote Hot Mess Morning Club Pesta Pora 2026 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kali ya deh. And then gue tulis, you know what, now that I realize I have a lot of thoughts in one day. Even in an hour I can have so many thoughts, but I didn't even fucking realize because I don't put it out, right? Like sometimes I say it out loud, but then it's just kind of like it goes away. So I wrote it, and that makes me realize that I'm a yapper. Anyways, terus habis itu ada Hot Mess Morning Club. Oh wait, no, everyone around Hot Mess Morning Club is aligned with similar dreams and interests. Gue nulis beberapa kali juga, banyak banget. Terus this is an affirmation that I made myself. Gue nulis Hot Mess Morning Club dijauhkan dari pengaruh-pengaruh buruk orang-orang jahat dan dilancarkan perjalanannya, amin ya Allah, gitu kan. Terus kayak ya udah, awal-awal gue belajar manifesting tuh gue kayak I'm very attached to it, and like gimana sih, kayak gue tuh bergantung sama itu banget gitu. But then kayak I realized that it works when I'm not that attached. So after writing this down, wait, I still have one more episode. After writing that down, I also wrote another affirmation, and I wrote kayak, okay, most of the time I daydream a lot. In a sense, kayak I daydream about my future, about kayak the house that I'm gonna fucking like live in, or like maybe like the people that I'm gonna like meet and kenal kenalan gitu-gitu. And like I can imagine it really clearly, but I never really kayak I know that if I say that out loud to my friends, they're gonna be like, "You're fucking insane," you know? But like that's what I do. Even kayak dari kecil gue sering banget daydreaming anjing. Tapi kayak I never realize kayak it's that bad. But yeah, akhirnya gue kayak maybe if I wrote it down, I can just like I don't get to attach to that, and I don't kayak aku nggak bergantung sama itu. Jadi akhirnya udah aku tulis kayak I can imagine clearly about my future. I don't know why and how, but I can see how I'll be living my life stressing about things that I'm actually passionate about. I can always see how me and the other members of Hot Mess Morning Club have one house together. We each have our own room that has a nice attic with big windows that we turn into our studio, where we can produce all of our music independently. We can rehearse without worrying about money. We can dance, fight, sing together there. There will be a medium-sized backyard where we throw birthday parties, release parties, have barbecues there. We have a cozy living room where we'll binge watch series together when we don't have that much job callings. I can imagine us going on tours outside Indonesia. I can imagine how we'll arrive in a hiace at the airport, meeting BATDD on the check-in counter. We'll say, I can't believe this is happening. I can imagine going stage to stages with our audience who can't seem to be sober but happier than ever. I can imagine how we'll have a fight in a backstage, how we'll have interviews before our performances, take pictures with our listeners after every performances. I can imagine meeting new people with lots and lots of good intentions. I can imagine how we'll help each other when one of us are going through the lowest point of our lives. It feels crazy, it sounds crazy, but every time I daydream about it, I can feel it in my in my guts that it's right. It makes sense. I don't know what it is, but it's there. It's there somewhere in this universe, and I'm just not sure of myself yet that I can reach that. I do hope I know that I can reach that. That is my success. I believe that life is what brings me purpose and happiness. And then I drew kayak me and the other Hot Mess Morning Club people. Mereka kayak lagi di creative space gitu. So this is me explaining kayak, okay, this is what we're gonna do for our next release. Is there any more ideas that you guys, think of? Terus ini kita kayak lagi diskusi kayak, oh my god, that's actually so smart. You know what? I have an idea. Why don't we go? Gitu. I don't know why. Like, I can see it so fucking clear that it makes my mind goes crazy. It makes me think that if this doesn't fucking work, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Anyways. And then, in the same, time, at the same time, gue nulis Shira punya rumah 2027. Amin. Kayaknya itu gara-gara gue ke-trigger gue nonton TikTok yang kayak Tuscan House 2000s Tuscan House gitu. Terus gue kayak I can't fucking live with my parents forever, and I don't want to live in this like boring ass universe. So I want to have my own house. And then I don't know when this was, tapi ini kayaknya a few days after gue bikin tabel. Nah, gila gak lu tabel manifesting? Gue bikin tabel lagi nih. Year, name. Terus kayak name-nya di bawahnya ada Hot Mess Morning Club, sebelahnya ada Shira gitu kan. Terus aku tulis semuanya yang aku pengen manifest. Kayak 2025 aku pengen Hot Mess manggung-manggung, gigs kecil tapi impactful dan berbayar. Amin. Ketemu banyak orang yang mau bantu dan satu frekuensi. Amin ya Allah. You know why I keep saying that I want to meet like new people that could help us out, that have very good intentions and that are not on the wrong side of this fucking world. It's because saya dan Hot Mess orang-orangnya. Dulu ketemunya orang-orang kayak gitu, jadi kayak kita capek dan aku nggak suka, aku nggak mau kayak gimana ya, aku sendiri tuh jadi kayak suzon gitu loh kenal sama orang-orang biasanya gara-gara itu ya. Jadi aku berharap banget kita bisa ketemu orang-orang yang baik. Lu nggak perlu kaya dah, nggak ada yang minta lu kaya, nggak ada yang minta lu pinter, nggak, yang penting lu baik aja. Pinter boleh dikit, itu intinya. Nah, terus satu lagi, rilis debut dan single yang which we're gonna be releasing our debut double single tanggal 29 Agustus. Nonton ya semua. Nonton. Dengerin ya semuanya. Aku tahu kita lagi boycott Spotify. Tadi gue kayak, apa nggak usah rilis Spotify ya? Karena kita kayak ada campaign bagi-bagi kaset gitu. Terus habis itu gue kayak, I actually don't know what to do. It's a dilemma for me, honestly. Tapi kayak, we'll eventually figure it out. Okay, because everyone is fucking boycotting Spotify, as we should. Anyways, terus gue lanjutin. 2026 Hot Mess manggung bensin. Pokoknya intinya tuh ya udah gue manifesting aja, kayak gue pengen 2025 tuh Hot Mess sampai mana, 2026. Basically kayak I'm setting a goal for myself. But like if it doesn't, gimana ya, kayak if it doesn't reach that goal, it's gonna be fine. Karena menurut gue, my fucking hair. Karena menurut gue I'm gonna fucking crash out. Okay. Karena menurut gue, at this point, it's like fuck it, we ball. Ngerti gak sih? Kayak we're just gonna fucking wing this thing. And if A doesn't work, there's probably the universe is trying to tell us signs kayak, you know what? You shouldn't go there. You should go here. Because this is better for you. That's how much I fucking trust. I have this fucking trust in the universe. And let me tell you why. Because after that, gue kayak rada manic gitu kan. Terus gue jadi kayak ngitung-ngitungin lah, kayak gue berarti konsekan gue manggung sepanggung dibayar, Hot Mess sepanggung dibayar berapa juta, berarti dalam sebulan kita harus bayar, kita harus dapat berapa panggung biar kita bisa, pokoknya itu tuh yang sangat materialistis. Gue mikirin brand deals, lihat gue udah kayak orang gila anjing, bener-bener kayak this shit is fucking insane. I don't get how people kayak, you know those people that are like just fucking evil and mean and they blame it on their fucking kayak mental health problems. I mean, I used to do that, and then I realized kayak this shit is not working for me. It's just making me like go even more fucking mental. So I'm just gonna like put it to this to this insanity. Ini gue kayak, aku pengen 2027 Hot Mess dapat brand deals, amin ya Allah. Aku yakin banget bisa, karena aku yakin kayak all the efforts that we're putting to, and the effort that we're all putting to our debut release is actually insane. Kayak I don't expect Hot Mess orang-orangnya bisa kerja that's kind of mean, but like, you know, maybe because kayak gue awalnya kenal mereka kayak ya udah temen nongkrong doang gitu loh, jadi gue nggak expect bakal kayak bisa produktif bareng gitu, and we're all kayak in the same frequency, and we all have the same vision and the same kayak realization of how important this is. It doesn't have to be big, but like at least for us, we know that we're not doing this for like basa-basi gitu loh, kayak ya udah, we genuinely want to do this, and we know we can do this, and we know by doing this we can like fucking make people think that, hey guys, something's wrong with this fucking industry and no one's talking about it, you know. Kayak we know, we never expect kayak impactnya segede apa atau kayak dampaknya segede apa, sepositif apa, senegatif apa gitu-gitu. We just want them to hear what we have to say, right? And that's enough. That's more than enough because maybe kita semua pas masih kecil jarang dengerin. Mungkin ya, saya tidak tahu. Kalau saya sih iya. Cuman ya, itulah intinya. I'm blabbering. Anyways, continuing. Yaudah, kayak gue dari kemarin gue manic tuh kayak gue bener-bener kayak oke, ini hot mess tahun segini, gue pengen ini, berarti gue harus riset ini, gue riset kecil-kecilan dulu, gue nyari ini, terus gue nyari itu, terus ini terus timeline kayak gini, terus ini nanti ya udah. Terus habis itu ini sebenarnya poin yang kayak paling intinya adalah gue gara-gara belajar manifesting dan journaling, gue akhirnya kayak tiap whenever there's something that approaches us, which is Hot Mess Morning Club, ada suatu apapun itu, kayak bentuknya gigs atau tawaran atau intinya kayak ada sesuatu yang nge-approach Hot Mess, aku akan selalu nulis di buku ini karena kayak I am actually a person who really struggles with expressing how I feel in terms, even when I'm happy, kayak I don't know what to do. All I kayak in my heart, gue tuh kayak anjing gue seneng banget, anjing gue seneng banget, oh my god, gitu. Cuman kayak kepala gue, muka gue tuh cuman kayak even when I'm happy for someone, kayak I can fucking, you know, kayak one of my closest friends nama Aisyah, dia kemarin syuting film, terus dia tuh mau premiere filmnya, terus gue seneng banget, tapi gue tuh kayak nggak bisa kayak oh my god, oh my god, kayak I don't know why, it's so weird for me. Maybe I'm just not used to it. Mungkin karena kayak dari kecil gue juga kayak there's this one incident that made me kayak I don't wanna fucking tell you how I feel anymore, you know. Anyways, ya udah akhirnya gue tulis. Oke, kayak one of our biggest project dari kemarin itu ngerilis debut single kita, yang which we have a lore for this debut single, double single. The double single itself, it's called Something to Do with Pop, and it talks about kayak how the industry works and how the people works in terms of kayak lu pasti sering denger kayak oh lu tuh kalau misalkan di sini lu harus banyak-banyak networking aja, lu harus banyakin koneksi aja gitu kan, but they never actually tell us kayak how to fucking kayak I'm a person who actually has social anxiety, like I can't fucking talk. I can when I'm not sober, but when I'm sober most of the time I'm too scared to even approach someone that I feel like oh my god they're so cool, I really want to get to know them. It's so hard for me. So I feel like all these years I've been in this fucking scene and no one even kayak you know what you should people around me keeps just telling me kayak you should make a song like this. You know what would be cool? You should write a song like this person, like this artist, like that, like I don't fucking need that, you know. You know what I need? I need money. No, I'm kidding. I need the connections, I need the network, I need the creative people surrounding me. So I'm a person who gets inspired by anything so easily. So like whenever I'm around people who's in their creative space, it makes me feel very inspired to even make more things. And I feel like that's what I lack of dari kemarin. Maybe it's not even that, it's like the people itself in this creative industry. Yang gue temuin dari kemarin tuh kayak I'm not saying that they're bad. maybe it's just kayak they don't they don't get it. They don't get the vision, you know? They can't see it. So, yeah, and like the thing that concerns us the most in this industry is how it's so ironic that everyone keeps on saying kayak, oh, kita nggak judge, we don't judge, we listen and we don't judge. Now you're judging, you're fucking judging, and I can tell by your fucking face, because that's what I fucking do all the time, and I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of fucking judging people. I want to have fun. This industry is supposed to be fun, but it's not. It's like money, fame, um reputation. I don't fucking know. It's never about the fun stuff. So, or maybe I'm just viewing it in a different point of view. Maybe. So yeah, that is. I'm blabbering again. Tapi kayak udah basically something to do with pop is. It's a statement from us saying that, are you fucking kidding me? Kita 2025 masih ada abang-abangan skena. Kita 2025 masih ada label musik yang support orang-orang cabul. Kayak lu gila apa? Kita gitulah. Nah, si pop ini kita bikinin kayak kita bikin dia jadi satu karakter, satu entitas. Namanya Poppy. Di mana si Poppy ini? Itu polisi perempuan. Ya, kenapa dia polisi perempuan? Karena menurut gue, we want to design this character as cool and as hip as it can be, in a sense yang kayak people would love to be her friends, but no one is actually her friend, and people would fucking die for her, because that's what all the musicians do. Kayak, we always want to stay on top. But she's also she's quick to judge, because she meets a lot of people. She knows the fucking formula to, okay, this person has potential, tapi dia nggak bisa dibawa ke industri ini. This person has potential, but dia nggak bisa gitu loh. Jadi kayak ya udah, kita si Poppy ini tuh jadi kayak gawang, tapi juga jadi kayak goal orang-orang at the same time gitu loh. That's what Poppy is. That's what pop is for me, because pop stands for popular. How do I get my music to be popular? It's not about indie, it's not about alternative, it's not about even pop is not a fucking genre to me. It's a fucking kayak statement that song is fucking popular. So yeah, si Poppy ini akhirnya kita jadikan kayak the highlight of this release, the police women. Dan kita memutuskan kayak kita pengen banget Brutal Brat Jessica untuk menjadi si Poppy ini, because I know it in my fucking guts that she can bring this character to life. I don't know what, it's not even her looks, it's her overall kayak persona and her overall personality that she depicts on her fucking social medias, which are fucking great. And we feel like kayak this girl is Poppy. Poppy is her. My cat is fucking staring at me. Look. Are you okay, Mong Mong? Are you okay, girl? Ya udah. Terus akhirnya, tapi itu pun kita tuh masih kayak, you know what? Kita nggak usah expect apa-apa. Kita coba approach dia. If we couldn't reach her, that's fine, we can always have a backup plan. Cuman kayak gue dari awal, maksudnya kita dari awal tahu mau memiliki si konsep Poppy ini, kita semua setuju bahwa Jessica is Poppy. So yeah, we trust our guts and we reach out to her. And I remember feeling very kayak hopeless in a sense, and kayak this girl's not gonna fucking even look at this DM, because I felt like kayak the money is not big, the project itself, it has a strong potential, but like it depends on how we execute it. And like we don't even have, like we each don't even have the portfolio for that department, which are like photo shoots and everything. So I didn't really have like a big kaya feeling, a strong feeling that she's gonna reply. But then she replied, and I'm like, wait, what is happening? Something is happening, because kaya ini plan A kita sabi nih, ngerti gak sih? Terus gue tuh jadi kayak anjing, gue nggak nyangka gitu loh, kayak itu aja membuat gue kayak, and like she's very nice. Terus gue kayak, how is she this nice, you know? Anyways, yaudah akhirnya, long story short, aku sama Andra ketemu dia, kita ngobrol-ngobrol, we got to know her a little bit more, and then came the shoot day. So this photo shoot is for our artwork, what something to do with pop, and I kid you not, it went very well. In my heart, gue tuh kayak hamin satu, gue udah yang kayak nih kerja nggak ada yang bakal bener nih, feeling gue gitu, knowing that kayak ini anak-anak tongkrongan gitu loh, ini kayaknya kagak bisa diajak kerja sama, tapi ternyata bisa. Terus gue langsung kayak, ini alam semesta kok baik banget ya sama gue ya, what the fuck did I do, kayak did I do some is, karena gue jadi suzon yang kayak ini kayaknya ada sesuatu yang bakal jelek deh yang terjadi gitu, tapi kayak enggak gitu loh. Terus aku jadi kayak, is it because I believe in myself more, is it because kayak gue tambah yakin sama apa yang gue try to put out for this world gitu, this world. Tapi kayak udah, I was very happy, I was very satisfied, I was very tired, but it was kayak, it was the only thing that I could, kayak lu bisa bayangin gak sih, lu punya this character in your mind, terus kayak ya udah terrealisasikan gitu loh. Dan itu pun kayak gue sendiri tuh kayak nggak kayak ekspektasi gue tuh rendah banget jujur, karena budget kita kecil banget. Cuman ini kayak it's more than enough. All the fucking photographer Jordan, the fucking wardrobe Emma, kayak they somehow put in the same energy as we want this to be, as perfect, as good as it can gitu loh. It can be. And it was so fucking good, and I could not even kayak thank you enough for this fucking universe to listen to me. Kayak this is the first time I felt heard. And it's so fucking insane, kayak I've lived for 22 fucking years. So ini pertama kali kayak gue ngerasa kayak oke, ini kayaknya ada yang dengerin gue ngomong nih gitu kan. It's so crazy, kayak even till this day I can't fucking believe that happened. Terus ya udah akhirnya gue memutuskan untuk kayak gue jurnal lah, gue tulis nih di sini, gue nulis kayak Hot Mess sudah photoshoot artwork cover, semoga berkah and all the efforts we put in are worth it. Amin ya Allah. Seru sekali, aku bener-bener gak sangka akan selancar kemarin. Mungkin karena aku mikir preparation kita kayak berantakan. I really hope and I know for sure that those pictures we took will be eye-catching and iconic. Aku grateful banget punya tim sehebat itu dan orang-orang eksternal yang udah mau bantu Jessica, Emma, Jordan. I wish I could give more to them. Semoga ada rezeki lebih untuk ngasih lihat mereka apresiasi aku. Aku bener-bener thankful sama mereka, and I hope we could do more projects together in the future. Hopefully, step berikut Hot Mess dilancarkan ya Allah, alam semesta. secara finansial, jiwa raga, kita bisa dilancarin dan dihadapin tantangan-tantangan yang bisa kita lakuin bareng-bareng. Nah, aku tulis gitu kan. Terus kayak pokoknya malam itu aku bahkan sampai susah tidur gitu, kayak aku seneng banget, aku bener-bener kayak anjing, aku gak nyangka anjing gitu. So yaudah, abis itu kayak aku kayak nulis affirmations lagi gitu. Aku nemu di Pinterest, aku nulis I am going to succeed because I'm crazy and I am fucking insane. Not to romanticize or anything, fucking hate myself, but you know what, at this point why not just fucking accept it. Terus kayak ada juga how to attract. 1, calm your tits. I'm trying to calm your tits. 2, ask your soul what it truly wants. 3, focus on your intention, be specific. 4, imagine the feeling of it happening. 5, let go of expectations. Yang terakhir, dwell in gratitude. And then there's also it is okay for me to have everything I want. Just manifest it, no matter how ridiculous it sounds. Just affirm it, just manifest it, just fantasize about it, because I know your ass is going to be happy when it manifests. And kayak gue jadi kayak after the shoot day, gue kayak did it work? Did I made it work? Kayak is it just the universe making it work for me, or was I putting the effort as much as they're putting the effort in right now gitu loh. Because I don't know, iya balik lagi kayak gue ngerasa kayak this is the first time I felt like I was hurt gitu. Terus ya udah, ini a few days later, kayak ini udah lama nih semenjak gue nulis this affirmation. Terus kayak after a few days after that, gue sempet kepikiran kayak this thought of kayak what we're selling is not a band, it's a brand, you know, at this certain era gitu. Kayak I kept on thinking that gimana sih caranya kita bikin Hot Mess tuh sustainable dan in a way tuh kayak nggak gitu-gitu aja. Kayak my curiosity about how it works and how I could kayak nyari celah to make this work itu tuh gede banget. Jadi akhirnya kayak udah, I have this thought and I have this thought and I thought that I should write it down also, so it just doesn't like sticks onto my head doang gitu. And then I wrote, I feel like what people don't get is what we need to sell as a band is not just the song. It's the brand. The brand meaning it's the humor, the taste, the personality, the aesthetic, the lifestyle. These bands / musicians who has a cult-like following, what the fuck did I... who has a cult-like following knows what their audience want and what their audience like. Tapi kayak this should be considered in our visual way of telling them what we are too. Nah, what we are to-nya itu kayak gue bagi lagi kayak merch kita kayak gimana our fashion, our looks, the gear that we use, the people we hang out with, our graphic designs, the MVs, what we post on social media, everything. It all kayak, you know, it resonates with me as kayak we're not selling the song doang gitu. Kayak I want our audience to be as involved as we are in this creative process and this music process. You get what I mean? In a sense yang kayak I know that if I want them to know what I'm saying in my songs, they need to understand that the thought behind that song is this. This is a thought. Okay, let me give you one example. So, hot stuff gitu. Me and Farhan made hot stuff when we were fucking high, and um, we wrote it in a way where it's very kayak, what should it sound like ya, kayak what melodinya gimana ya, rhythmnya gimana gitu ya. Terus we kept on replaying the instruments kayak tenet 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 tenet. Terus kayak in the back of my mind I was like, this song, ini lagu tuh abang-abangan skena gitu yang harus kayak datang ke acara tuh kayak, weh bro, kabar bro, lu kesini nonton siapa, asik, harus kayak gitu bro. Nah jadi kayak in the back of my mind juga gue mikir kayak, how would someone that annoys me so much sound like if last minute mereka disuruh manggung gitu kan. Saya gue kayak na 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 na. Baru tuh gue cari liriknya apa ya, kayak itu pun kayak gue tuh tiap lirik tuh kayak nggak mikir gitu loh, kayak udah yang enak diucap apa ya, I've been throwing and some I've been island itu apa sih yang enak tuh apa, terus nanti kayak ya udah itu gue selalu ujung-ujungnya gue dapet the meaning of the song as a whole itu tuh selalu kayak akhir-akhir gitu, kayak oh actually the song talks about this, you know. Ya udah akhirnya itulah yang jadi di hot stuff. Nah maksud gue pengen audience kita tuh bukan merasa se-involved itu juga, karena what we're saying is not nothing, but we want to make it sound like it's nothing, you know. We want to make it sound fun, we want to make you dance, we want to make you sing, we want to make you scream, we want to make you shout. But what we want also is that you shout something that is actually, it has meaning, it has context, it has kayak, it's tanda kutip educated, you get what I mean? Kayak hot stuff, bad luck, itu menurut gue it's two simplified things yang kayak it's a critic, tapi kayak you say it in a way kayak udah it's an everyday thing gitu. We want them to feel as agitated as we are, we want them to feel as irritated as we are. Gue sih terutama mungkin karena ya gue balik lagi gue suka nulis, terus kayak gue ngerasa akhir-akhir ini yang naik itu either kayak a very contextual song dibalut sama sesuatu yang sama musik yang sangat berat, atau kayak lagu ringan yang dibalut dengan sesuatu yang sangat ringan. Dan menurut gue kayak gimana, gue tuh selalu mikir di lagu-lagu yang gue bikin terutama buat Hot Mess, gimana caranya gue bisa ngebalut dua hal ini jadi satu, karena menurut gue itu balance-nya di situ. Kayak ngerti gak sih, kayak sometimes when it's too deep and the song is so fucking deep, you can be like at some point that's so fucking cringe, but then it's like the same as it is when it's ringan. Ngerti gak sih, kayak it's not balance. Jadi maybe that's what I'm trying to do, that's what I'm trying to imply. Tapi ya gitu sih intinya, kayak gue ngerasa by our audience knowing our context, our message gitu, we can secara tidak langsung ngasih tahu kayak humor kita kayak gimana, taste kita kayak gimana, personality kita kayak gimana, lifestyle kita kayak gimana, apa yang kita konsumsi, makanan, minuman, media gitu-gitu tuh apa gitu. Menurut gue itu tuh penting banget. Apa sih, nggak ngerti gue juga, Ini udahlah lanjut dulu ya. Terus habis itu gue nge-breakdown kayak gue ngerasa audience Hot Mess tuh kayak gimana sih. Gue nulis kayak Hot Mess Morning Club's audience I feel like are mostly Gen Z off the grid who plays Twitter on a daily basis, share each other brain rot memes, likes to host or join house parties, would do coke sometimes, sleep whenever wherever they want to, are actually smart but people think they're not. Fuck it, we ball mentality is a part of the LGBTQ community or an ally. What they want are something fresh and bold, tanda kutip nih, anti-mainstream songs that they can tell. Oh, that they can tell their friends kayak, lu dengerin Hot Mess nggak? Do you listen to Hot Mess Morning Club? You should listen to them. A song they can make a TikTok to. An artist they can approach and hang out with. And something different. Kayak, gue ngerasa after breaking down these points, it became more clear juga kayak event apa yang kita pengen approach, terus orang-orang kayak apa yang kita pengen approach. Sebenarnya it's actually kayak basic stuff now that I think about it. I just never thought of it. Just, yaudah, after a few days after that, gue nulis 7 Habits to Break the Freeze. I found this dari TikTok. Terus, basically ini ya udah kayak kalau misalkan lu lagi freezing. I'm freezing cold, I'm kidding. Kalau lu lagi kayak apa ya, lagi nge-stuck gitu kali ya. Oh, shit. I also kayak, dude, honestly gue capek banget ngomong ya gue sekarang. Tapi kayak ini bentar lagi kelar, jadi kayak gue pengen ngelarin. Jadi intinya 7 Habits to Break the Freeze. Itu kayak things that you can do to like snap you back to reality. Which kayak I struggle with a lot. I don't know why. Kayak maybe it's because kayak I daydream a lot. But I don't know too. Kayak sometimes I feel like I'm not real. Am I an AI? Not. But kayak gue tuh sering banget, misalkan kayak gue lagi dandan, atau kayak gue kelar mandi, atau kayak gue abis masak, kayak I have these like thoughts kayak, okay, maybe ini gak all the time sih, ini sometimes kayak kalau gue lagi masak, I have these thoughts yang kayak, if I stab myself hard enough, can that actually proves that I'm real, you know? And then I started looking at my hands, and it's like very trippy because I feel like I'm not real. Kayak the feeling is kayak it feels like I'm disconnected to my body and to my mind. Kayak I'm just like I'm seeing myself dari luar gitu kayak. I don't fucking know, that's fucking weird. Tapi ya, I feel kayak gue sering banget mikirin itu. Kadang kalau gue lagi nyetir juga kayak if I crash my car right now, maybe I'll feel real. Or maybe kayak sometimes I like kalau gue lagi kayak parah banget mikirin gitunya tuh, gue kayak either I slap myself, not in a self-harm way, don't do fucking self-harm, okay guys, that's not funny. Tapi kayak, you know, just to get me back to reality, slap myself, or kayak actually that's the only thing that I do, sadly. It makes me kayak, oh shit, I am real, what the fuck am I doing, you know? Anyways, habis itu kita kan kemarin tanggal 25 manggung buat showcase MPLR. Selamat MPLR, Bapak Tanah Urban, love. Terus kita dapat kesempatan untuk latihan di potlot dan aku seneng banget karena ekspektasiku nol. Karena orang-orang bilang, lo kalau potlot narkoba anjing, lo pasti potlot. Untungnya tidak, alhamdulillah. So aku nulis, aku senang sekali kemarin Hotmas latihan di potlot, bagus dan seru sekali. Makasih ya alam semesta udah dengerin doa-doa aku. Aku senang sekali. Semoga panggung kali ini bisa membawa berkah gak cuma ke Hotmas tapi juga BATDD dan Om PLR. Amin. Oh iya, dan juga dilancarkan semua di hari H. Anak-anak Hotmas dan Rama bisa on time semua untuk soundcheck, soundnya aman dan tidak ada masalah teknis. Nggak ada barang-barang yang ketinggalan biar kita bisa tampil yang keren kayak kemarin latihan. Suaraku aman di hari H. Pokoknya dilancarkan di hari H manggung, amin. Aku senang sekali. Makasih banyak alam semesta. Love. Sudah tuh. Terus belakangnya aku nulis, the universe doesn't reward self-betrayal. That's actually so true. Kayak I watched this one TikTok, someone talks about kayak do you realize, intinya kayak do you realize kayak when the universe are on your side and wants you to succeed, they don't tolerate hypocrisy in a way yang kayak I've been saying this all my life. Kayak I feel like I'm not a confident person in a way. Kayak I never really am. I don't know why. Cuman kayak I want people to think that I'm a confident person. So that's what I try to look like on the internet, which is bad for my mental health. Those type of things, that's like self-betrayal. If I say that I deserve what I want, everything, I deserve everything that I want, and I know that I can reach that, they're not gonna tolerate my kaya shit, you're fucking stupid, you know, those thoughts, they're not gonna fucking tolerate it. And like that makes so much sense to me because most of my life kaya I do hate myself a lot. There's like so many factors of it, and like I can't seem to like heal from it. I'm trying to, but it's hard. It's like whenever I used to be the type of person whenever it's getting bad or like it's getting worse, like my condition, in my head I'm telling myself that you're going so kayak lu mundur lagi nih, you're 10 steps behind again, and this is what you're gonna fucking do for the rest of your life. Kayak you should just kill yourself because this is not working for you. You're not getting any fucking better, and you're trying to tell yourself that you're fucking doing better. And that thought is actually kayak I just realized how bad it is. Kayak I never actually take the time to think that it's not good for me because I do it in a way where it became a fucking habit. Kayak apa ya, kayak I can't, kayak gue tuh baru notice gue punya pattern itu tuh kayak akhir-akhir ini gitu loh. And like maybe the worst part is every time I go through that, it's either I'm alone or I'm with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend can't seem to fucking help. So like what the fuck am I supposed to do, you know? And the thought of it kayak I try to break it down, and it's always kayak you said you're getting better but you're not. Look at where you are right now. You're fucking insane, lu goblok, lu idiot. And then it goes to like you should fucking kill yourself because this is not fucking working. Like what the fuck are you trying to live for? You don't like living like this forever, but you're not doing anything to make it better. And then it goes to kayak if you're not gonna kill yourself, just fucking relapse, you know. Take those fucking meds and go to fucking sleep. Maybe that's one of the worst because kaya I try to like control it. I try to make it not I'm really trying to not make it kaya a big thing. Like I'm trying not to listen to it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to listen to it, but it takes time, and I'm trying to be more patient with myself karena maybe it's a thing that I never really heal from, and I can't like pinpoint it where it came from gitu. Kayak sebenarnya mungkin aku udah kayak gini dari kecil, cuman aku nggak nyadar aja. Kayak ya baru nyadar sekarang karena baru tahu juga kayak oh ya ternyata gue kayak gini ya gitu loh. Yeah, and like I don't know, it's something that I can't seem to like. I'm trying to avoid it, but it's always there in the back of my mind. Okay, whenever something triggers me to, most of the time it's when I fight with my fucking boyfriend or my fucking mom or my fucking dad. Anyone that I fight with, kaya it triggers me into thinking that way. Tapi since kayak gue belajar tentang these manifestations, these affirmations that the universe is on my side, the universe can, help you out. Kayak I don't really I try not to go down that route anymore. Maybe that's a part of the healing process. I don't really fucking know. I don't know anything, but like yeah, that sentence of the universe doesn't reward self-betrayal is very eye-opening to me. It's like you hate yourself but you want the universe to not hate you. That doesn't make sense, Kenapa, Mong? Mama apa? Yeah, so I tried, like, honestly, I don't know, these past few months I tried to make myself better mentally and physically. Kenapa, sayang? Kenapa, nak? Lapar? Ngomong lapar? She's just a talkative cat, I guess. She's having one of her zoomies. Yeah, kayak mentally and physically, gue dari kemarin minumin kunyit sama jahe. I try to be as consistent as I can. I try to eat healthier. Gue mulai ngulek sambal sendiri. Yeah, I don't know, kayak starting to write again. Writing again, it grounds me, I guess. There's a lot of problems. I have lots of problems yang kaya I don't really talk about to anyone. Not even my boyfriend, not even my closest friends. Just because I know what they view me as gitu loh. Ngerti gak sih, kayak I know that in the back of their minds they still have this judgment that, oh, but you're a kid with two rich as fuck parents, famous as fuck parents, you're so fucking privileged, how can you be depressed? And I'd rather not think about that than having to like deal with it, even though they don't say it to my fucking face, but I know that they kind of think that way, and it's fucking unavoidable. So yeah, maybe that's the most unhealthy part for me is that I keep things to myself way more, but like writing it down makes me feel more.
She's feeling playful. Kenapa? Hmm, Mamain.
Yeah, kaya writing it down, it helps me a lot. Kaya I'm not as perfectionist as I used to be. I wanted to show you kaya the day that I started journaling on my phone. It's because you know what triggers me is kaya sometimes when I scroll through TikToks and uh, it has videos of like parents with their child, itu kaya makes me cry, which is very fucking silly if you think about it. So I wrote it down. I wrote, um, sometimes I fucking hate the fact that I don't have a good childhood. That shit broke me, fam. Tapi most of the time I suppress that feeling knowing others have it worse than me. But it still does bothers me. It bothers me when my mom tries to ask for advice from me. Curhat sampai nangis-nangis. Seeing my dad treats the women in his life poorly except me. Him being able to still laugh at everything when he knows for a fact that dia sama ibu yang bikin aku gak bisa tenang pas masih kecil. It sucks because they changed. Yes, they got better, but they're not sorry. I can't let these feelings go. I can't scream at the top of my lungs saying how much I fucking hate them for leaving, for making me have two houses, for making me choose, making me be the one who's responsible for everything, making me alone. They won't know, of course they won't. They can't. They don't have the experience and they never will. Their parents don't make them choose, their parents don't leave. And the worst part is the only way I know I'm gonna heal is if I can scream in front of their faces that they hurt me. I can make them see how fucking mad and how fucking sad I am because of their fucking ego, but at what cost? No one understands my anger. Stupid of me. Oh, itu kayak. So, after I wrote that part of my parents, kayak, I sent it to my boyfriend. And he replied with something that's so fucking dumb and makes me so fucking mad. And I can't even like fucking say anything. So I just wrote it down. I wrote, and the worst part is the only way I wrote, no one understands my anger. Stupid of me, I told my dumbass fucking boyfriend. Thinking maybe he would care and understand, but as per usual, he could not. And I hope he rot in hell. That is me whenever I'm mad. That, that thought is still fucking worse because it's like, in my mind, I can just fucking kill him. Terus gue ngekutip yang dibilang, tapi pisahin jangan sampai sebenarnya sampai kamu ngebenci mereka untuk reason yang terlalu subjektif. Terus gue nulis, stupid, bego, gak gini cara lo respon ke pacar, goblok, tolol, gak mikir, kontol. And now gue marah-marah kayak gini, gue lagi nih nanti yang dibilang gue marah-marah mulu, gak mau ngertiin situasi dia, gak mikirin dia lagi kerja, gak mikirin dia latihan kelar jam 3 pagi semalam, kontol. Emang siapa yang mau ngertiin situasi gue? Gak ada juga kan, dia aja gak mau, anjing, goblok. Gue aja terus yang salah, gue yang jahat, emang kontol, orang-orang gak mau mikir, goblok. That's kayak writing these down, I realized how bad my mood swings are and my like, what do you call it, kayak temperamen. But yeah, anyways, lanjut dulu. Gue nulis, nanti dia minta maaf, gue maafin lagi, gak bakal belajar, udah diulang beberapa kali beginian sama dia. Berapa kali gue bilang gue butuh apa gak didengar. Nanti gue minta dia pulang, berantem lagi. Emang tiap gue curhat ada aja permasalahan sama si kontol satu ini yang bikin gue males cerita sama dia. Dan dia masih nanya kenapa gue gak mau cerita sama dia. Idiot, anjing. Terus gue marah. I try to calm myself down. And I wrote, I split it. I'm sorry, I regret what I said. I was just sad. But I don't know why every time I'm sad, it turns into anger, and every time I'm angry, it turns into sadness. It's always like this, and I'm fucking tired. I'm trying to like be better with it, but for real, sometimes I just want to jump off a cliff and hope for the best, which is me dead. I think I tend to not focus on. Oh, ini abis itu kayak I don't know why. A few hours after that, gue tiba-tiba mikir kayak I think I tend to not focus on things that I should be more focusing on, like my confidence for one. I feel like people think that I'm a pretty confident person because that's what I want people to perceive of me. And I am, sometimes. Most of the time, I'm faking it. I have a lot of doubts about myself growing up, and it's because of the small things like people telling me I'm a narcissist when I was a literal child because I discovered that I could take pictures on my mom's Nokia phone. Or like my dad telling me that shopping is bad when I actually do enjoy shopping. Things like that, then I grew up in a very unstable environment where I don't know who to look up to. My mom tried to kill herself incident in BSD. I don't have friends during SD sampai SMP. I got sexually assaulted and it's really odd. It shaped me into this weird confident but not person. And I don't really know if I should really pursue what I want because people are telling me different things. When I'm into something, my boyfriend would be like, oh jangan terlalu all out. Or things like what my stepdad said that stuck with me, which, oh apa-apa jangan setengah-setengah. I know exactly what I want dari dulu. I can imagine it, I can visualize it, I can feel it, but I'm always so unsure of what I am, what I can be, what I want to be, what I know makes me happy. I feel like I don't deserve it juga most of the time. Recently, I've been trying manifesting to make myself believe in myself more. It helps when I believe in it and I don't get too attached, I guess. It's like the law of attraction. The more I think about it, the more it's harder to notice if it works. And then this is a different day. My boyfriend told me that he felt like I didn't care about him, which is like so fucking dumb. I don't get how people. Why is everyone so dumb? Everyone thinks that I don't care about them. Do they care about me? For real? Do they know what they did to me? No. And I don't think they even fucking notice how fucking hurt I am by their fucking actions. So maybe that's that. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he got mad at me because he thinks that I don't fucking care about him. So, gue nulis, aku ngerasa Tuhan dulu. This is basically just, it's not even fucking kayak. Basically, I'm just saying kayak, Kemas is a fucking literal child who couldn't even fucking heal. Not his fault, by the way. He couldn't heal from like the things that has been happening to him for the past few years of his fucking life. And somehow in this relationship, I kind of have to like help him out of it, which sucks. But like, gue tuh kayak baru akhir-akhir ini bisa sadar kalau gue sayang sama Kemas, which is fucking odd. It's so fucking weird. Kayak gue bener-bener baru nyadar anjing, kayak gue sayang sama dia berarti gue nggak mau dia sakit gitu loh. Nanti sih kayak all this time gue pacaran sama dia, gue berantem mulu kerjaan sama dia, and I'm not fucking proud of it. It's because of my fucking mental health. I don't fucking know. You know, we're both unstable and we're both fucking insane. Cuman kayak I'm not pinpointing things kayak I did my wrongs, he did his wrongs, but like gue tuh baru bisa di titik ini, gue baru bisa kayak okay, I love this person, and that fucks me up because kayak I've been with this person for 3 fucking years. What the fuck was I feeling back then? You get what I mean? I don't fucking know. It's weird. Mana? Kayak dengan gue nyadar itu, gue juga nyadar kayak there's so much things that I haven't even kayak have the time to actually try to heal it, or maybe I just avoid it, or I don't wanna like face it because it's too much for me. Sometimes when I wanna cry, my cat is staring at me. When I wanna cry, in my head, itu suara tuh kayak gini. Shit, lu jangan nangis anjing, lu ngapain nangis, lu goblok banget, lu ngapain lu nangis, tolol. Kan kayak nggak asik gitu loh, kayak ya gue cuman jarang-jarang gue nangis nih. Sebenarnya sering sih, cuman kayak I don't even know what I'm fucking trying to say at this point. Anyways, yeah, I have lots of problems. Camas has lots of problems. I know everyone has lots of problems in their life, but that doesn't make anyone to treat that doesn't make anyone can treat anyone like an asshole. And these past few years, I realized how much of an asshole I am for doing that, because especially getting into a relationship, it feels like kayak how it's so weird that I have to go through lots of fights just to get to know myself better, if that makes sense. I don't know. And I feel like I always blame my surroundings, kayak, oh, this is because of my parents, this is because of someone assaulted me, this is because of that, this is because of this, when it's actually kayak, okay, that's true, it's because of that, but are you gonna do anything about it? Because if you're not, then stop fucking complaining, you know. But then it's also the dilemma of kayak, I thought I was getting better, but then it's always a cycle, kayak I can't, like, it's so fucking tiring. And I keep saying this all year round. Kayak tiap tahun gue pasti ngomong kayak, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm not getting better. This is not getting better. Just because I'm stuck in this loop of kayak, okay, I felt like this is going well, it's going well, then it goes to shit. You know, it's so fucking confusing for me, and like, I don't fucking know. It's so weird. There's kayak, I'm a very good liar, okay? I don't know why, and I don't know how I learned to lie to everyone, to anything about, but like, it also makes me one of the most terrible person in the world, because I just like, I lie straight up and people will just fucking believe me. That's an asshole behavior, you know. And like, I don't know, kayak, it's so weird for me because I know how manipulative I can be. I know how kayak gue tuh tahu jahat-jahatnya gue sendiri ke orang-orang, gue tahu jahat-jahatnya gue ke diri gue sendiri, gue tahu kayak nyebelinnya gue ke orang-orang, and I know how to use it. That's like the worst type of person in the world. I feel like I know how to get what I want by doing these things yang merugikan orang-orang, which is bad, and I don't want to be like that. But like, at the same time, I don't think I'm fucking like doing better at it, sadly. Ya balik lagi yang kayak gue bilang aja tadi, kayak okay, gue ngerasa segini better, terus tiba-tiba oh shit, dari nol lagi, kontol. Nanti gue bingung mulu anjing, gue juga nggak tahu ini gue harus ngapain. Itulah share intinya. Well, kalau nama video ini jangan lu hapus ya. Ini udah 1 jam 19 menit gue ngomong sendiri kayak orang tolol. Tapi ya, I hope I'll be better. Gue tahu I can be better. I know what I need to focus on right now. I know that I'm very grateful for what I got, for what I have, for everything that has been happening in my life. If it's not for the things that had happened, I wouldn't be this fucking smart. Anyways, that's it for me, I guess. I'm sorry. Maaf ya kalau kayak rada kemana-mana, cuman kayak share. Lu jangan gila dulu ya, lu tahun ini bisa nggak gila? Sampai gila sih beberapa kali, cuman kayak You're still alive, dude. If you wanna kill yourself, do it. Don't fucking do it. You know, cuman kayak I have a feeling that it's gonna work this time, and you can't kill yourself, because if you kill yourself, then what the fuck is Momo gonna do about it? You know, it's not funny. I'm sorry.